Hey guys, Bix back here for a new video, and we're back here on Hypixel, and that's besides the point, because in this video, I'll be teaching you guys how to make the thumbnails like the ones you see on the screen. If you think this video is helpful, please leave a like. If we hit 20 likes on this video, I'll do another video of this nature in the future. Also, if you are at all new here, please subscribe. We are 30 away from 400, and I'd like to hit that milestone by the end of the month, so again, subscribe. Also, go check out my partner, Humble Servers. Humble Servers is your cheap solution to hosting, going as low as 75 cents per gig. More information is in the description. Alright, and with that being said, let's get right into the video. Alright, so we have launched up Photoshop, and we have a few thumbnails pulled up that I've made in the past. Some actually really recently that I've made. So now my first step for making thumbnails is making the text. So making text like this, where it has like a really cool outline and everything, etc, etc. So let's start with the text here. So we're gonna be kind of trying to recreate this thumbnail right here, with the Skyblock Island with the dirt hut, and then we're a Skyblock player and this sunray gradient, whatever you call that. Alright, so then the first thing you want to do is create your styles. So I have these different styles. It doesn't really matter right now. I mean, it kind of does matter, but I'll show you guys how to do that stuff. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is create the red text on your worst text, and don't check on inner shadow. Just don't check it. I don't know why it's checked, but the first thing you want to do is do your gradient. I have the basic red for the right side, which is the lighter color in the gradient. And then you just click OK. There's the color code. Just copy that color code onto yours. I'm not going to be showing you guys the process of just scrolling through it. And then the next thing you want to do is choose your darker color. This color is significantly darker than the red I chose on the right side. So there's the color code again, and yeah. Also guys, if you need to pause the video at any point to maybe get more clarification on some parts of this tutorial, you may. Some people are like, oh, you're going way too fast for me to keep up. Just pause the tutorial, please. Alright, so the next part you want to do is to do the stroke or outline, because the stroke is the outline. So I have one basic color for it. It's not a gradient like you'll see later in the tutorial, and this one is darker than the second color of the gradient. It has to, or it looks really weird when you're doing text. If the second color of the gradient is darker than the stroke, it just does not look nice. So here's the color code I used for my stroke around the red text. Okay, enter glow. So we actually just used our primary color, the one that you used on the right side of your gradient. So just copy that back in again. And then the last step is the drop shadow. It's just a simple color. It's actually darker than the stroke or the outline. So copy that color code, put it in, and you'll get something that looks like this. The last thing you want to do is save this preset or style. So when you click new style, I'll bring over this little menu, and you can click OK, or you can name it, and you'll end up with something like this in your styles list, which you can click the little FX box button over here, and then stuff like this will pop up, and red text and green text, etc, that kind of stuff. Alright, so let's go into the Skyblock text. In the thumbnail, I used a blue color. Also guys, I forgot to mention, this thumbnail was for Blackstar22, so please go check him out. His link is in the description. Alright, so let's make this blue style on that thumbnail. So what you want to do is select your blue style. I'm just going to show you my blue style. And it's pretty much just similar to what I did with the red text, but it's a little bit different. Okay, just copy the color codes, pause the video, and here's the second color. It's not actually that much darker than the first color, so yeah. Okay, then the stroke, a little bit darker again. And then we have the drop shadow. And here's the color code. Alright, now let's go with the player text. So I did a green gradient. Not gradient, I mean just a green colorway. So you want to open this up. Also guys, I forgot to tell you, click new style for each one of these. You want to save these styles and you want to use them over and over. The green text looks a little bit shinier than these ones. They kind of look a little bit bland, but here we go. You know, let's get right into it. I keep on forgetting to do the inner shadow, like turn off the inner shadow and everything. Okay, so for the gradient overlay, you're gonna wanna, of course, open it up and then choose this color of green. And then the second color, it's this green. It's pretty much just a darker variant of the primary color. Okay, then the stroke, of course, just another darker variant of the primary color. Here's the hex code. And then inner glow, here it is. And then the drop shadow, darker. Alright, so once you have all your text done, you want to kind of stylize it. By that, I mean, you know, select your text tool again, and then, you know, click on one of these. So what you want to do is click this create warped text here at the top. And it'll open up a menu like this. And then click on the style, like it says none, and select arc. So when you click that, it looks really crazy at the moment. But to make it look, you know, a little bit less crazy and like my text, you want to change this number from 50 to 11. And it kind of has this nice little arc like I do on most of my thumbnails. So if you select over here, you can see it kind of looks like that. And you want to do this for all your text. So you're going to do this, arc, and then change this one to 11. Do the same for this one. And we're going to select 11. And some of you guys might be asking, Bix, why are you doing your text in a separate file than maybe what your thumbnail is going to be on? So I'm actually going to give you guys the reason for that. So let's actually just go over here and show you an example. So I did not do that correctly, but let's just put in my name. You know, color doesn't matter, but let's just put on one of our styles here. Let's put on the green style. And as you can see, the drop shadow actually is a little bit transparent. You can see through the drop shadow. And that's actually why I do my gradients in a separate file, or my text in a different file, because you can't see through the drop shadow. That's just a little bit of a tip for you guys. And I'll show you guys another reason why you want to do your text in a different file. Alright, so let's actually just create a new image or whatever. Let's create it. Okay, so now you have a blank slate. Actually, save this and save it as whatever you want so you can find it again. I suggest saving it in your pictures file. Save it as PNG. That's a 2D. I just called it 2D. That's weird. And I suggest the like long saving time and like small, small file size. Alright, so now when you have that text saved, you want to go to your new little thing here. So the first thing I suggest doing is taking some screenshots in-game. So you want to open up Minecraft for this. Alright guys, so I've opened up Badlion as my example for Minecraft. So what you want to do is go on to Hypixel if you're making a Hypixel Skyblock thumbnail. And it just makes it easier. So we're gonna go, I don't know what, oh, that's right, I know why I'm using the default texture pack. So what you want to do is you want to go on here. And you can see I have a pretty good island. And for the thumbnail I was doing, I turned up my FOV. So we go maybe 68. And actually, let's change our resource pack to exactly what we were using. It was PAX 10. I use PAX 10 all the time. In every single one of my videos as well. So done. So let's actually just turn up my FOV just a little bit more. So then now all we can see is just sky. Just tone it back just a little bit. And then press F1 so you can get without all that use your interface stuff. And then take a screenshot. Alright, then after that you can of course change your FOV back to that. Alright, so the next part is actually, up to you what you do with it. But you can either do this on Hypixel Skyblock or whatever. I did this on Hypixel Skyblock, but you want to create a new profile and create like of course a dirt hut on your island like the one you guys saw in the thumbnail. So let's just actually open up Photoshop. Alright, so you guys saw in the thumbnail how I have that little dirt hut in it. You guys kind of want to create something like that, a structure like that, and take a screenshot of it. And yeah, I don't know what you're gonna do with that, but you can do it in your own way. Alright, so then we want to go into our screenshots. So place embedded. Let's go into .minecraft screenshots, and it should be the recent one. So as you guys can see, it actually doesn't fit into a 1080 by 1920 by 1080 resolution. And I don't know why it does that for me, but it does. So what you want to do is just click that, and then you want to find your second screenshot, which I don't know which one it is, to be honest. And we're gonna open it up, place, and just place it down. And then what you want to do is select it, and then Control T to resize it. Control T again. Alright, so let's just keep on making it bigger. And that's actually a good size right there. Alright, so then you're like, Bix, but how are you going to see this layer right here, the one with the sky? So the next thing you want to do, this is actually like probably the most painful part about doing this. You guys are going to want to select the pen tool. And then you guys are going to want to select around the island. You want to be as exact as possible with this, not to mess anything up. You want to ignore the flower. You guys can do this how you want. I don't know how much you guys might mess up with this part, but yeah, I just do something like this. If you mess up, just do Control Z and you just go back, and it's just a shortcut. You don't have to go into the edit menu. All right, we're getting closer and closer to getting this part done. Okay, so once you have that done, you want to right click on it with the pen tool and then make selection. Then click OK. You guys actually want to have your layer selected that has this dirt shack on it, and then click Control J, and then it'll, like, you can delete this layer. You can delete the original layer, and then you guys can see you guys have the sky background. And then the next thing you want to do with that is blending options, and then stroke. Of course, it has the green stroke because I was just working with text, but you want to turn this to white, and you can see it looks almost exactly like this one. So after that, the next thing you want to do is place down your text. So look for it in your pictures file, and I named mine 2D. I don't know why I named it 2D, but I named it that. Alright, so we have our text. We're just going to click yes, so it just places down. And I want to move it somewhere around here. And you guys are probably going to want to resize it just a little bit. Just a little bit down. Alright. And then go back to this, and you guys can see I actually put it a little bit on, I don't know, a little bit of a diagonal. So what you want to do is Control T on it, so you resize it, and you guys want to put it like this. Maybe make it a little bit smaller. And there we go. We have it on its side. So another reason why you guys want to do your text in a different file than what your actual thumbnail is on, here's the other reason. So you want to put a stroke around it, and you know, it has a cool looking stroke around it, just like the one in this thumbnail. Yeah, actually, let's do Control T and rotate that a little bit to that way. Yeah, there we go. And move it over here. Alright, so then I'm going to be showing you guys the gradient ray. Literally all you have to do is find one online. That's literally what I did. So just search up gradient ray, and then you'll find something like this. You will find something like this. So of course you want to put it under. You want to put it under your text. And then the next thing you want to do is go into image, adjustments, brightness and contrast, turn the brightness all the way up, and then it's this lighter white color. So you guys can see we have something really similar to that. You also might want to increase the size of this, and then recenter it. And there we go, guys. We have this thumbnail right here, almost exact. Actually, it's a little bit off, but you guys can see you can make something just like this just by doing those simple steps. So if you guys would like another thumbnail tutorial, please leave a like. If we hit, what do we say, 30 likes. If we hit 30 likes, I'll do another thumbnail tutorial, and I'll be teaching you guys how to do something like this, a rendered thumbnail, which has a character like that. Alright guys, peace. Alright guys, actually before we go, if you guys want to use my styles, I've actually left a download link to them. You can use them, just open them up in Photoshop. It will open up as like a project file. So when you're going to create like a new project, you can use your text. You can use the text files. Alright guys, so don't forget to subscribe. Bye.